Good morning, good morning, good morning, Baltimore. Good morning. Good morning, Delaware. Good morning, Pennsylvania. Good morning, D.C. Good morning, America. I know a place, and I'll take you there. We come taking the responsibility of attempting to lead our churches and our ministries into dealing with circumstances in our communities. We are here to try to help individuals. We are here to emphasize the fact that spirituality and economics are one and the same. We are here to emphasize the fact. And now this place that I know, of course, you all know that I'm talking about self-employment, working for yourself, as well as home ownership, living in your own house, home ownership. And I think that it is the churches and the religious responsibility to play major roles in helping minority businesses and helping families to create such environment. It is our responsibility as the church to make sure that a certain type of environment that exists in our community. We are to take the leadership in dealing with circumstances that cause problems in our community. We need to step up. We need to step up and take this responsibility. And I'm glad to be able to come to you today as we share, even as the illustration where we emphasize minority businesses and congregations and helping the pastors to emphasize and identify those organizations, those businesses that may exist in their congregation and encourage those businesses in their communities. There are churches and communities have tremendous membership role that there could be great support to businesses that exist within their communities. So we want to face up the fact that it is the church's responsibility to assist those businesses in their communities and bring those businesses, have those businesses involved in their church family. There are church families that have businesses, identifying those businesses to the congregation so members of the congregation be aware of the fact that those businesses exist in their congregation. we need to emphasize that. We need to take that responsibility, because this responsibility, as we know, as we focus on helping individuals and helping businesses and helping families, we know that we strengthen the community. We know that we strengthen the environment that we live in. We know that in strengthening the community and placing principles in the community will automatically play a major role in reducing the crime circumstances that exist in our community. I think we must as congregations take that responsibility of dealing with crises that take place in our community, dealing with the families that are having those crises. We were observing the circumstances of individuals who lost family members through death or killing, and the family is frustrated and sad and worried. I think it's our responsibility to give support to those families and help those families and encourage those families. As a matter of fact, what we do here at the Saturday school is to teach those principles to the children and to those families. We have many families that comes to every Saturday. They are here right now today who are in class. We are working with these children, those children that have special talents and gifts. We are highlighting those gifts and talents. We are dealing with families. By the way, let me emphasize the fact, a lot of these families are not parishioners of Concord. A lot of these children are not members of the Concord, families of the Concord. They are people from the community who bring their children here, and we teach their children principles, and those children that have special gifts, we teach them and highlight their gifts in various ways. We have many different instruments that we're teaching them. And I think that we have that responsibility throughout the whole city, throughout the whole community. I think all of us, all churches, need to move beyond their four walls and reach out to the community and deal with many of the crises that are taking place in the community. I know we try to leave it all in the hands of the policemen, but I think it's our responsibility and our focus. And that's what I will be talking about tomorrow morning, God's work of justice. God's work of justice. And this shows that God has a personal commitment to justice. And he does not allow injustice to take place anywhere. And if injustice take place, God witnesses and sees it and deals with it ultimately. He's not going to move instantly on sort of the injustice that will be applied on people. Well, matter of fact, we know, I think Israel was in captivity for 400 years. Needless to say, we experienced the same experience in slavery and captivity. God didn't instantly bring us out of slavery, but he did bring us out. The emphasis that we focus on is sometimes we have to wait on the Lord, and we have to have the right attitude and the right spirit for the Lord to bring us out of circumstances and situations. And it's a church's responsibility to create that spirit and that attitude and that disposition in the lives of families and help the families to place principles and instructions to their children and to help their children to identify their God-given spiritual gifts that every child has, some kind of spiritual gift, and we want to emphasize that. So we are delighted to be able to come to you this morning. There's a place, we will be talking with one of the parishioners of Concord who has a business in the church, and we're going to highlight that person today as they come in to share with us their business, and that's why we want other churches to identify businesses within their congregations and highlight those businesses. When you do that and give support to those businesses in your congregation, we invite you to come in and tell us about what you're doing. Tell us, we want all of the churches to be willing, no matter what denomination your church may be. We want you to come tell us, and let's spread it through the community, spread it through our broadcast, spread it through our network. We on Praise 106.1 FM radio station, Kathy Hughes, designed this for the church to go out into the community through radio and affect the community by laying out principles through the radio. But also we on YouTube and Facebook. where we can take these principles not only in this area, in this city, but across the nation. We receive calls from across the nation, the principles that we were introduced. I am scheduled to visit churches in Chicago and other places where we're emphasizing these principles that need to take place throughout the country and in our communities. Because if the churches take that responsibility to deal with the behavior patterns of the people in our community, we can also participate in reducing crime. It doesn't just have to be the responsibility of the city or the city authorities or the mayor or even the state government. I think the churches should also play a major role in laying down illustration and principles and teachings that will help reduce circumstances or behaviors that take place in our communities. Because I claim that because of what the Lord has done for us and how he has brought us and the circumstances he has brought us through, I claim that we are the children of God. We are the children of God. If we are God's children, then God expects great expectations from us. He expects us to do major things in our community to maintain peace and tranquility and kindness and love. Matter of fact, the gifts of the fruits of the Spirit. He want us to emphasize the fruits of the Spirit being in the lives of everyone who claimed to have a relationship with God. If you have a relationship with God, then the fruits of the Spirit give the Spirit of God what God's Spirit is and how that Spirit can be in you. And the fruits of the Galatians 5:22 itemize all of the attitude and disposition when that power of the Spirit of God is in you. And when the power of the Spirit of God is in you, he gives you advanced knowledge, he gives you guidance, he gives you he equip you with understanding that may be appearing or coming in your life, or circumstances that you might experience in your life. He equips you, they call it revelation. He reveals to you. Now, I'm not talking about just what I read in the Bible. I'm talking about my experiences that I have. I have almost every day. Early in the morning, when I go to sleep, meditating on the Spirit, early in the morning, before daybreak, the revelations come to me as to procedures and methods and expectations that I'm going to be dealing with during the day. He reveals to me what I'm going to be facing. He reveals to me how to deal with what I'm going to face during the day. So I don't think that the Lord has no particular person. I think he will do the same thing for you. All you have to do is to take that meditation when you go to bed, focus on and recognize the fact that you're only able to get into the bed because of the presence and the power of God. There are so many people that have to have hard lifts to get into the bed. But he allows you to be able to get into your own bed. So you should praise him and thank him and meditate upon him while you're getting into your bed. And as you go to sleep, with that attitude, you open yourselves up so that the revelation of God will be revealed to you early in the morning as you wake up. That's the way it comes to me. And I'm sure that God has no respectable person. He would, whatever he does for me, he will do it for you. I'm absolutely confident and sure of that. All you have to do is trust. Now, it cannot work for you unless you have faith. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. You cannot. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So if you have faith, it's the things that you are expecting that you don't see with your own eyes coming up the next day. God reveals those things to you because you got faith. Faith. What happened to the woman who had the issue of blood? I tell you what happened to her. She struggled for 12 years, all kind of doctors and all that, and could not be healed. And she remembered and heard the instructions about Jesus. And she made her way, pushed her way through the crowds. Apparently, she had to crawl because the scripture says she touched the hem of his garment. She was down on the ground when he was walking. And she pulled on the hem of his garments. And he said, he wanted her to admit to doing it. He said, who touched me? See, the God, he knew who did it, but he wanted her to confess to it. And when she stepped up and confessed to it, what did he say to her? He said, your faith has made you whole. Your faith, you must have faith. Your faith. He didn't say, I'm going to heal you. He didn't say, I heal you, lady. He said, your faith has made you whole. And she no longer has the issue of blood. Her faith. So you must have faith. I'm glad to be able to be here.
Thank you, God. Absolutely.
I think we just look. I think make sure I'm in the building, but I think we just had a quick little bit of church, real quick. Happened here, so okay, good. I'm turned up. Thank you, Logan. But good morning to everyone. Dr. Jones, that was amazing. I think we just hey, forgive me. I don't need to go to church tomorrow. I just got my message right here. What is it? Saturday, Seventh Day Adventist or something? I don't know.
I'm just concerned about what's happening in the community.
For sure, yeah.
And not only, and I think that we, over the years, have developed the attitude that it's responsibility of the city and of the government.
No, it's
and
not.
of the, the police.
Yeah.
And the Lord has given us that responsibility as a congregation.
Yeah. I
And
think
we must step, when somebody, when somebody has a child or a husband or some there was a child down at the school was shot. This
tragedy.
past week was shot. He was in the hospital. I don't know if he living or died or what. But he was, they was not members of the Concord, but we should be, we have missionaries and
because you guys are in the same community.
We should be down there with that family.
We should know that family by now.
And
and
we should
wrapping our
down
arms
there
around
encouraging
them.
that family,
Yeah.
let the family see what the family is, what she is going through, and let her know that we there, that we are there with her.
Yeah.
For us to be there from the congregation, from the church, we are saying to the lady, the Lord is here with you.
Yeah.
And
he shows
or
up
the family.
everywhere.
I've watched it on television. There was several, his brother, his mother, and all of those was sitting there crying and stuff. I didn't hear any acknowledgement of any church being present.
No church being present. But guess what? Guess what I think, though? I think God is going to use this next 4 opportunities to bring us all together and show us the role of the church. So I see what God is doing, and I am very confident that we will be good.
So I decided maybe what I need to do is to pull together a plan. And I'm glad the Layman League is sweeping the community. The State Layman League is going out every week, different communities.
To clean up?
They minister to the people on the
minister
street.
to the community. Okay.
Talk to the people on the street.
When you say sweep the community,
Let them know that they are available to help them.
Oh, okay.
People who are walking the streets. So the church, the church is out there, but I think all of us, not just the Layman League.
No, I think that's important, and just before I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I will say this, that's important. The Layman League is doing that because I hear too often that churches, the only thing they want to do is go into the community, and of course our job is to witness and to win souls over and to invite people to church, but people in the community who are broken, they always want to know, what can the church do? Like, what outside of, I hear about this God, I hear about salvation, but what is the actual actions? And that's why you said pretty much faith without works is dead. And so even the church, we have to put the work in to gain the trust of the community so that we can win them over to Christ.
Dead faith is what? No faith at all. If
faith
there's
at all.
no work coming out of your faith, you don't have no faith.
You don't have no faith.
Dead faith is no faith.
Y'all got to see him banging his table. That means he's real serious.
But the fact of the
That's
matter
right.
is, though, we can. But, the reality is that we need to start in our own congregation
Everywhere.
and
all over the
identify people who. And that's what this is about. Identify people who have business right there in your congregation.
Well, Dr. Jones, you're doing it. You
and
are
here
just doing
one
a call
right
to
here
action.
with us this morning.
That's why I'm like, you're doing it. Concord is doing the work. I'm so excited. Yes.
I met this young lady here about almost 40 years ago.
Okay, well, yes, that's right. She is younger and younger every day. I love it. So this is
I
amazing.
think you went to Hampton. Didn't you go to Hampton University?
Yes.
You went to
a
Hampton University.
graduate.
When I
Okay,
came here.
HBCU in the building. That was one of my choices. I chose Morgan, but okay, Hampton is here.
And
I
now,
love it.
she was a member of Concord before I got here, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, she was a member of
Okay.
Concord.
Oh, so she was before you.
I know she's not but 35 years old. I've been here more than 35.
Yeah, she was
but
just her spirit was here when you came. I love that, Dr. Jones. This is exciting, though.
But she has her own business.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited.
She was working. She was putting it together when I came here. Working in
Amazing.
different locations and all that when I came here. She had her ups and downs.
Amen.
But she's still in the fight.
And that's what it is. That is the theme for 2025 for women. We still have our ups and downs, but it's still the year of the woman. That's why we have a woman boss on the show today. We're not stopping. We're not worried about what's going on. Kamala, we got you, but we here, okay? Don't you worry. Women are still pushing forward and supporting the movement. I'm so excited. So, Dr. Jones, before we get with our guest, because I'm so excited to hear about her business, I just want to make sure you don't have any special days or
Let me
anything for
throw
us.
out these
I was about to
days
say, I know
real
you got
fast.
something
I
written
know
on
my
that paper.
time-
Go ahead and run down
I
those
know
days
my
for
time is
us.
up because I was just concerned about what we were doing,
In the
not
community,
just
yeah.
other churches, but I think maybe we as Concord Baptist, I think we need to probably start reaching out more where Christ is taking place, even though they may be downtown, further in the city, we way out and all this, but we still need to, when we hear those crises, we need to go down and find out about those families and talk to those families and see what we can do, and if we do that, I suppose other churches would also, be doing the same thing, and I think that
Well,
that's
Concord
what we
always
need to,
set the platform for other
Yeah.
churches. You guys do the work, Dr. Jones. I have to give credit where credit is due. Concord does the work. You guys go outside the community. You guys have relationships with people outside the community that don't even attend your church, and that's important. And so you are setting the platform and making this a call to action for other churches because you're doing it.
and this is the International Day of Tolerance.
Of what?
Tolerance.
Tolerance?
Tolerance.
Oh, that mean I've got to be nice to my 15-year-old. Help us, Jesus, today. Jamerson, you got to pass. Okay, let's go. What's the next thing? Tolerance.
This was done by the United Nations General Assembly in, I think it was 1996.
1996. That was a good year.
It was
okay.
the,
I went to high school.
the
Biggie Smalls
resolutions.
came out. Jay-Z. Okay.
Yeah, it was they're similar. They did the resolutions 5195 for this was Nation Worldwide Tolerance Day.
I like that. I like that.
Tolerance Week, Worldwide Tolerance Day. They also National Fast Food Day. So this is your day that you'll zip out into the community.
And I can eat fast food today?
Eat your fast food.
It's on and popping. I don't know. Wendy's, I may see you today, girl.
Look
don't
out
worry.
Kentucky
Okay.
Fried Chicken. Look out
Right. Oh, here's $5
Popeyes and all
I'm
of you.
going to Wendy's.
This is Fast Food Day.
Yep.
Fast
be in the
food. This is
building.
now. I know that we put our limitations on eating all this stuff, but we're going to give you permission to go out and eat it today.
Well, we know Dr. Jones is going to be at McDonald's because he only eats fish. So I think
Yeah, I'm
that's the
not-
only place to sell fish fillet. So we know where Dr. Jones is going. He's only going to McDonald's
Now,
today.
I'm saying that you should, even though you restrict eating certain food, I'm saying this is the day that you go out. But if I tell you that you can go out and eat certain foods today, I don't eat meat. So I reckon I'm saying to myself that maybe I get a little bite of meat today or something.
You're not eating any. I don't even know why you're playing with the listeners.
Don't
N-
touch yourself.
don't even listen to Dr. Jones for our listeners today. What do you have next for us, Dr. Jones? Because this ain't the place you're trying to take us.
National Press Day. So we are
Okay.
promoting
Okay.
this is the press.
We're living in
Press.
the element.
This
Press
is
Day.
National Press Day. Need to place emphasis on what strategies and promotions that they are done, we are done. This is the type of press arrangement that we have here.
Okay, we're doing press in
Yeah,
the
and
Concord
therefore,
Baptist Church.
this is National Press Day. They should have a plan that's going out to the community, how they reaching the community and what they're doing in the community and the effect that their press
Yep.
is having on the community. And that's, so I'm saying that we need to do better here on our program in reaching out into the community as
I
well.
agree. I
as-
agree.
as-
Because
as-
people reach out to me all the time. It's
as
just
press.
hard following up with everyone. But you're absolutely right. And shout out to Erica J. I'm giving you a little press, even though we're going to plug it later. Tonight is the John P. Key and Jakia Carr concert. Don't worry. I'll give you more details. Don't go anywhere.
And
What you got, Dr.
And
Jones?
I grabbed this day because they call it St. Gertrude Day.
Saint Gertrude Day?
Yeah,
I got an
there
aunt
was-
named Gertrude.
I did too.
Okay, you did.
Everybody.
So what?
Yes.
We from the South. We got a Gertrude.
Yeah.
My mother was named Gertrude. Reason why I had to grab this day.
Okay,
Usually
I knew
skip-
it had to be a significance to it.
A lot of
Let's
times
go.
I skip the Saint days, you know,
Uh-huh.
because there are a lot of Saint days on.
Okay.
But
I didn't
this
know that.
day I had to name because it's Saint Gertrude Day.
Saint Gertrude Day.
And my mother was named Gertrude.
Saint Matthew
she
Jones'
definitely
Mama
was a
Day.
saint.
Like that. Okay, I like
She
that.
definitely was a saint, I tell you. There was no woman like Gertrude.
Mm-hmm.
I understand where she got her principles based from her history of her name.
The way you talk about your mom and love on her, I feel like I knew her. So yes, let's be clear. So what do you got? Anything else?
This is Scorpio month from
I don't want to
October
hear
the
about no
20
Scorpio.
October the 23rd or 4th through the 21st of November, right?
Yeah.
And this is a special wisdom day because Scorpios had a way of acquiring wisdom from relationship with others.
I don't know if that's true, but I'm a Virgo. We can go back. We ain't talk about Virgo season.
I'm not a Scorpio.
Okay, I know you're not. We know. You got a little way to
My
go.
wife is a Scorpio.
Nice. Okay. Mama Jones, happy Scorpio season. So what else? Anything else for us? Because Logan just gave us
Well,
the signal. What do we got going
Battle
on?
of Fort Washington took place in New York City, New York State, on this day, October. This day in 1776, and there was the England battle. The United States were trying to become a union, kind of become a country, a state, and the battle that took place on this day,
Okay.
the Fort Washington battle they call it.
The Fort Washington battle. Y'all can tell me anything, but okay. All right, 1700s. I take what you say, Dr. Jones. I take your word for it. Okay. Anything else?
Schwarzenegger.
Huh?
Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor of California on this day. You know,
Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what? If he can be the governor, so can I.
on 2003.
Okay.
He became the governor of California. He was, he was an actor.
All the things we know about Arnold Schwarzenegger. We know about those guys. Yes. Is that it?
Well, there are a lot of other things that happen on this day, but we're going to skip those.
Oh,
and
good.
Take this break.
I'm so excited because I want my guests. First of all, before we go to our song, our theme music, introduce yourself to the listeners, just super quick. Just say your name. Yes, tell us your name today.
Minister Deidre Kelly at Concord Baptist Church.
Minister Deidre Kelly's in the building. And what type of business do you have? So if people want to stay listening so they can hear a little bit about your business, what type of business do you run?
I am a licensed nail technician, senior accessor.
Oh, okay. And you see my broke nail right here. This is the
Look
talk
at
we
you.
need to have. Oh my
Yes.
God, I'm embarrassed. Okay, guys, we'll be right back
And
after
she
the
will
song.
give her address and a place
Oh,
and a
she gonna plug
location
it
and
in.
a space after we come back.
I know that's right. So we'll be right back after the song. No commercials, guys. Ooh,
We
got
are
the
the people
nicest
and we can
nail
do it. Now,
tech.
that's what
Yes.
that song tells us. We are the people and we can do
Dr.
it.
Jones
We
got to
to get out
please.
there and
Come
start
on, Logan,
doing
get us in. We the people, we can do it. All right. There we go.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth. We got scared up and fine, walking through the night. We're the people, we can do it if we try. I know we can do it.
have our ups and downs. You better think about it or you won't be around. What we need is a little bit of love, sent by one from heaven up above. Take a receipt, it's simple and plain. This ain't no game, you know what I'm saying.
Live in 3, 2, 1, whenever you're ready.
We had extra space was available. What room, extra room, extra space.
Well, I wasn't on the road. Yes, in the back with it. And I could have had room for anybody that wanted to get us. I had 8 available rooms.
We are back. Let me mention Bill Clinton. There was one thing I didn't mention. Bill Clinton in 2000 was the first president to go to Vietnam after the war had been ended. He did in 2000. He went to Vietnam
To visit, not to fight.
Not to fight.
Okay,
He
good.
was the
You made me
president.
nervous. I was
He
going to say, wait, but what
he was the
president
president.
went to fight? Okay, good. Okay, so he went to Vietnam
He was the
afterwards.
first president to go to Vietnam after the war had ended.
Well, speaking about Vietnam, that kind of segues a little bit because we have lots of Vietnamese nail techs in the
Oh
Maryland
my
area, but
gosh,
that's
yeah.
not what we talk about. We are going to talk to a African American woman-owned senior nail tech, which means when we say senior, not only is she a boss and a business owner, and she can do the things of nails and all the things that are involved, but she can teach someone else, and someone else can get their apprenticeship and learn under her to help them get their license. Am I following?
Mentorship.
We just had a bomb conversation on the break. We just gotta recap this thing really quick because this is amazing because I was so excited because when she said, you guys missed it, when she said that she was a nail tech and nail, I was like, oh my God, I used to own a nail salon, but I will tell you, I'm excited for you because I will say out of all the businesses that I've had and I've started, when I had my nail and hair salon, that was the only business that paid for itself. It was just the workers in my location. I was on North Avenue. I was by a cop, and it was the keeping the consistent of the workers, but it paid for itself. It didn't cost me anything, and all my money was my money. So let's hear it.
My
Okay.
money, my money.
Yes,
your
right.
money,
So
my
no,
money.
you have listen. You have to
Does
tell
someone
the
have
story.
some money that I could borrow?
We borrow money from you, Dr. Jones. What? He got the green
I
shirt
heard-
on, y'all. That's
Now,
the
I
money
heard-
man. Yeah, he
I
got the green
I
shirt
didn't hear
on.
this through the grapevine. I heard you just say.
No, I love this. No, Dr. Jones got the money, y'all. He gonna pay for me to get my broke nail fixed. So listen up, right? So before we hit the break, I think this is really important for you to really share with people. You shared with me, it made that hair on my arm stand. You don't even know it, but I just wanted to hear you talk. It was nothing but God. You said that you were, before you even got into this business, you were pregnant and you were home and you you told God, you said, so what happened? You said you went to your car and what did you tell God?
I said, God, I need a job I can't be fired from.
God, I need a job. Wait a minute, let's be clear. God, I need
Working
a
for
job.
yourself, you can't be fired.
I can't be fired from. Now, that's a real ass. Somebody is listening in their car right now. They probably had to pull over for a quick praise break because they
Amen.
needed this word. Wait a minute. You said, God, I need a job that I can't be fired from. And tell me what happened next. What did you do?
So I got a phone call from my mom's hairstylist. She asked me to come. Mommy said, you got your nail stuff? And I said, yeah. She said, come on down, to Betty's shop. And I went there, and the lady said to me, she said, I don't know anything about nails. She said, but since you want to do nails, I'll give you a table, and I'll give you a book. she said, and you'll have to learn on your own. So I'm basically self-taught, but I did start when the Russians had all the business, and now the Asians have all the
That
business.
part,
And
let's be
we
clear.
Yes, and we're waiting to see if the Hispanics are gonna. They already
You better
started
watch it.
barbering.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
have.
and doing hair.
Yes, they
so
have.
They'll start. The cosmetologists will start to feel the pinch. But nevertheless, the prayer of Jabez is you can go anywhere once you get your
Say that again.
license.
The prayer of Jabez. You
The
can go
prayer of
anywhere.
Jabez is when he expounds your territory beyond anything that you
I
could
love
ever
that.
imagine for yourself. You never would have told me that I would be a boss. You never told me that I'd be able to pay my bills on time and be able to go to the market and not have to choose between the two.
Look at God.
And then, look at God, okay?
Yes, I love this.
And the longevity of it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to tell y'all how old I am, but those of you that know already.
They don't need to
And
know.
he is still doing it. He's still doing it every time for me.
Yes,
I
he
just
is.
have to have that faith, like Dr. Jones said, there has to be faith-based. You really have to trust him.
Yes.
You know, so the job that he gave me, and be careful now what you pray for. Because I said then, I was so desperate, I said, I don't care how long and how hard it is, just I'm trying to barter with God.
Look at God.
I'm going to make a deal.
And he listening too.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, what you gonna bring to the table? And I said, as hard or however long it is, it doesn't matter. I just need that security. I need to feel that confidence inside myself. And that's what he brought, you know, and it came in a very small form of, here's your chance. Here's a table, here's a book. I have clients, I'll send them to you, and I can do my work and my practicing and everything on that particular borderline.
I love, is her name, what was her name, Miss Betty?
Yes, Betty Pierce, not Betty Pierce, oh my God.
Miss Betty.
Betty Rice, and
Miss
she
Betty
owned
Rice.
All About Hair, and she was down in Gwen Oak Village.
That is amazing. You had a Miss Betty, and I had an Aunt Boo, and she, and her salon is
And I
called
had a
Blessing.
Gertrude.
You had Gertrude. Well, I had my mama too, but yeah. But Aunt Boo is still, it's called Blessings Beauty Hair and Nail Salon, and she's on Bel Air Road.
Okay.
And that when she knew I was doing nails, and over the summer when I was still in high school, she said, "Here's your
Good.
area, here's your
Thank you.
table, here's your thing. I have the clientele.
Well,
make it work."
We just
And
need
that is
to help
amazing.
each
You just
other
need somebody
step
else.
up and stay up, you know?
Yep.
So it's
Yes.
been a blessing. This will be my third and I guess my last time.
Your
This is
last
it.
year, this
Yeah.
is the
Third
third round. This
location?
is it.
Yeah.
And we about to pop this third location off. You're going to be like a little bit now. Why
What
am
is your
I telling
address?
these people?
I am 63 11 Windsor Mill Road.
Okay.
Suite A.
Oh,
Right in
Sweet
Windsor
A.
Mill.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
off of
don't be,
Windsor Mill Road.
that's clearly Suite A, Windsor Mill Road, the Suites, and it's 6311?
6311 is the address.
6311 Windsor Mill Road.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So when do you open?
Oh, we're already open.
Oh, you're already open?
We're
Okay.
already
Oh, so we
open.
pulled you. Oh, wait,
We're
a minute. You're missing your money. This Saturday prime time, and you on the radio.
I'm trying to tell you, yeah,
Yes.
We
And I
open
know one
right
of your
now,
clients
eh?
is mad
We
right
are
now.
open right now.
This is their time.
I am waiting for you.
That's right. She's waiting for you.
Amen,
I'm
yes.
so excited about this. But I love, and it's something else you said that was very key. You talked about customer service and that
That's
gift.
correct.
Because that, I'll tell you what, my nail is broke, right? I'm gonna tell you why my nail is broke. My girlfriend has this nail tech she's been raving about. She's like, oh, she just moved to Canton, close to your job when I'm in my downtown office, right? So she's like, oh, it's perfect for you. And she raved this woman. Long story short, I went, and I will say her work was pretty good, but there was no customer service. She
Right.
did not talk to me. She did not smile. She did not
Engage
say
with you.
thank you. She didn't engage. And I said, when I got to that register and they said $100, that was, I'm not gonna, it was very hard for me to tip because when somebody provides a service, you still want to tip regardless because you know it's not all their money. But it was extremely hard because I did not feel appreciated for my money. I did not
Understood.
feel like, it wasn't until the end where she knew it was probably tip time where she wanted to come and put some little lotion on my hands and do a little something. I said, well, miss, I've been here for 2 hours. The experience is over. You did not enhance my experience. And then when they told me my total was $100, I said, for $100, I need a smile. I need a thank you. I need a something. So I am glad that you said customer service. So what advice, if there's somebody listening, no matter your gender, your age, your race, or anything, and they are interested, like you spark something in them, and they say, you know what, I'm interested in doing nails, or I can do nails, or I feel like I'm talented. What advice would you give that person just to get started? Like, what advice would you give them to say, okay, like, would you recommend that they should look and go into school? Do you think they should talk to someone, find a mentor, like, or, you know, you have YouTube now, like, what do you recommend just to give them a little something to get started? Like, how can they just get moving on the mission?
I think the first thing you should do is absolutely a mentor.
Okay.
Because in mentoring, we do apply customer service in our business ethics. So that it's just not all about taking money and providing a service. It is about engaging your client and doctrine. As you continue with your experiences, you do come up with, when I take the polish off of your nails, the first thing I can tell is your blood oxygen level. I can tell if you have any internal damages that are creating these problems with your nails. You want to know first, is she anemic or diabetic or him?
Yeah.
These are important because that implicates what tools you can and cannot use.
Yes, somebody did something to my dad.
Yeah,
Yes.
every nail, every fingernail is not the same, not even on both hands. But so
Right.
you want to get a mentor, go to the state board, application board, and get an application down, and with that mentor, and they can, on-the-job training I think is the best. Of course, the schools, I'm not putting down the schools for those that are regimented to that, but you're still gonna have to come back to the table irregardless. And when you go to state board exam, they're gonna be looking at all of those qualities too. Well, we can't see their little check-off board.
Yeah, they can't
You
see that,
know,
right.
You know, you're so nervous, you know, when you go. That on that little check-off board, there is professionalism checked off. There is, you know, customer service and encounter. You know, that stuff is on there. It's part of your business ethics. But yeah, that's what you should do. I really think you should find somebody that has a salon, somebody that's looking. If you're just starting and you're not sure that's what you want to do, it's not going to hurt you for 6 months to learn a skill.
Yeah.
Because if I understand the economy and we understand how jobs may or may not be available in your interest, it never, ever, ever hurts you to have a skill.
That's part.
So that way, skill, that's the thing.
And you notice,
That's the part.
and you notice
okay.
one of the key factor that she mentioned was that you should be mentored. So not only in her area, we are encouraging those individuals, if you have interest in whatever you have an interest in, it'd be good to find out somebody who is doing it and get with them so they can be your mentor.
Yes.
And they can mentor you in helping you to get started. And that's what our program here is about, mentorship.
Yeah, I gotta plug somebody in. Somebody called me last week, but hold on, y'all. You just put too many people on the game. She can't mentor all of y'all, okay? So you have to find a mentor. Like, you just put them on in some serious game. But that was really important what you said. You said start out with finding a mentor, and then, you know, have that mentor help you. Because I've heard people that have filled out the application for the state board, or like even just cosmetologists, and they did something wrong, and the application got pushed back. So having a mentor through that entire process is important. I think that is what people need.
Absolutely, because there's some things that we've been through that we understand how to communicate it to you, that how many times, you know, what your, let me see, your privileges are. Okay, so you may not pass the exam on the first shot. Don't worry about it. They'll give you another chance. What you may not know is you can call them and they will tell you exactly what area you failed.
Oh, wow.
So that way you can put that in the front of your head. Everything else you'll know. So once you get licensed, it's incredible. You have like a bottom line pay scale. Nobody can pay you less than that because you're licensed. But you also, like I said, you can travel on to hotels, upgrade hotels, cruise ships, stay higher. You can do platforms. If you choose a product that you think works very, very well for you, you can be a representative, a manufacturer representative.
Okay,
And they're
brand
like
ambassadors too. Nail tech to
like
be.
$2,000.
Oh my
$2,000
gosh,
for,
yes.
for 45 minutes worth of work.
Yeah, to do all of that.
Absolutely.
That is amazing.
Let us emphasize there are two other businesses sitting right here that are available to mentor.
Let me out, Dr.
You
Jones.
can tell about your business.
Okay,
That
well-
you can mentor someone.
Well, I can mentor someone, or you know what?
To work
I
in
could use your services, and you
area.
could always use mine. Because
And
when you
that-
need, and whenever you need your deep cleaning, your yearly cleaning, or anything like that, I have a cleaning company.
She has a
we
cleaning
can use
company.
cleaning companies and all the things. But honestly, I just have to circle back what you said, because people put themselves in a box with a
Yes.
talent. You just listed so, first of all, think about it like this, just like people say they want to be stewardess because they love to travel, you can be a traveling nail tech. You just put us on the game. You said hotels,
Absolutely.
spas, cruise ships.
Yes.
I mean, the opportunities are endless in that field, and that's a big deal, because again, one thing's for sure, to be certain, a robot can't do our nails.
Hello.
So that's the one business that you can't get put out of, because a robot is not doing my nails, okay? Let's be
Exactly.
clear.
That's
So
right.
I love
You
this.
want a personable.
That's a big
You
deal.
want to visit. We don't want. You don't want to just be serviced, and go. Like next, with me, you're my client, okay?
Exactly.
And a person. With somebody else, and we won't disclose that.
Yes, okay.
You're next.
Yes, exactly.
So you don't get that
Yes.
same proper.
So somebody's listening, and
Yeah.
like they like me, they want an appointment. They want to make an appointment with you. How can
Exactly.
somebody make an appointment with you? Can they call you? What is your process?
Absolutely, you can call me or text your name, phone number, your date. I have not become quite computer savvy, but I did have Style Seat at one particular
Okay, good.
point. But my particular market, my general market, doesn't use that.
And I don't want Style Seat. I get tired of the girls be like, go on my link. I be
So
like,
the
I gotta
number
link
and
it. I
how
gotta do
they
a
call,
profile.
the number to call?
410-227-2333. You will get a scripture greeting.
I love
just
it.
leave your name and what day you'd like to come and the time, and I'll book you in and call you back with a confirmation.
Get the number again?
Yes.
410-227-2333. And I am Deidre.
2333. I will not forget
And I
that.
do have a
410.
business. I'm on an assisted living facility.
Yes, Dr. Jones.
One of the best in the nation.
Absolutely.
He said in the nation, y'all. He ain't saying the city, the
In
state,
Ca-
the county. He said the nation. Get with him.
In Cadenville, and I do mentor. I help people to get started. I helped somebody start near D.C. start assisted living in other places.
You still helping me. I'm still dragging along. It's just me. It's not you. I
So
love
we
that.
are mentorship is so critical to get people started in the process that they need to go through, what they need to do, steps they need. It simplifies it for the person who wants to do that kind of work. Because sometimes if you try to go into it on your own,
Right.
you run into so many problems. Even though you may have the desire and the gift, your problem may prevent you from continuing to attempt to do it because of the problem that you run into. Now, there are problems that you will be running into, but if your principles are based on an inner person's desire to help people,
Yes.
the problems won't stop you from helping people.
It will not stop. I like the way you put that, Dr.
Yeah,
Jones.
that was
See, I don't
perfect.
have to go to church tomorrow, y'all. I got
Oh,
all
yes, you do.
the God I need today. And so, and talking about church, tomorrow's Sunday, of course, that's the Lord's Day. So I'm assuming that's the day you're closed on. So you're closed on Sundays.
Yes, I am.
And so is there any other day of the week that you're closed on?
No, it isn't.
I love it because I get tired. These nail techs will be like,
Especially
I'm
the
off
Monday
on
when
Monday. I was about to
when
say that.
everybody else is
That's my
closed.
favorite day. I'm like,
It's a
that's
strategy.
yes. I'm like, that's the one day I need. That's my free day with my son, with everything. And the nail tech. That's why my nails still broke. I said it's just too much. I said, okay, so now I love God.
In graduate school, in the doctoral program, they always gave us Monday off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in the
in
doctoral
grad-
program.
They
Oh, wow.
always gave us Monday off.
That affects me.
And it got into a habit. And, and a lot of church pastors, they still take Monday. Sometimes they take Monday off. I know some of us, like myself, you have to work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
But I like that
We
Monday. I
want
guess
you
if you
all the
feel with
time.
the
We want
Holy
you, all of
Spirit,
you.
he need to calm down. So I guess you would take Monday off. Give the Holy Spirit a chance to leave. I don't know.
Never leave
So do you have anybody, like any people that have worked with you along the way, people you mentor, anybody you want to shout out, your family, your kids, anybody that you can think about during this journey that you're like, other than Miss Betty, shout out to Miss Betty again, other than Miss Betty and your mom who put you on with her Miss Betty on the game, anybody else you want to shout out or think somebody that you mentored or somebody you've encountered along the way?
I'd like to shout out to Irina Yusupov, which was the first Russian lady that I worked for.
Yes.
And she put me out in Randallstown. Marcus Collette, which started on
Marcus Collette.
Yes.
He's a hairstylist.
Yes, he is a platform artist.
That's Miss
nail stylist.
Roxanne's daughter. I mean, Miss Roxanne's son.
That's correct.
Yes.
And I taught him
Marcus.
nails at first. That's what he started
Yes.
with. And let's see who else. There are a lot, but
Yes.
Many years.
those-
Been many
yeah,
years.
Many
It's been many
years.
years.
I think I was 6 months pregnant with my daughter, and she's 40 years old.
She's 40 years old now.
Dr. Jones, don't be telling no age. Don't be
I was
telling
going-
no age.
oh, I was
He
doing
was just
that.
telling my age, y'all. He wasn't talking about her daughter.
Yeah.
I'm her new daughter. Don't worry. He was
That's
telling my
it.
age.
That's
part.
perfect. Yes, I have plenty room for adoption.
Yes. So I'm really excited. So new business is opening. You're open for business. If someone is listening and they just, everybody has, they have a signature. What's your signature? It's your pedicure. It is your manicure. Is it your full sets? Is it your polish skills, or is it D, all of the above? Because you might be a D, all of the above.
I think I'm a D all the way
Of
above.
course you better.
They used to call me the flower lady. I do three-dimensional flat work. So
On my nails. Okay, I got an
Absolutely,
event coming
yeah.
up this week.
The flower lady.
the flower lady.
Okay, I'm excited.
Oh.
Can I get an appointment today? I need to come today. Okay, well, I'm going to go get my nails done today, y'all. So I'm going to follow up next week.
So
I'm
we
going to
know
take some
where to
pictures.
go, the month of the flower.
Yes, the month of the
When
flower.
we get to the month of the flower, when we talking about the month of the flower, you have to come back and say, here I am.
Absolutely. Thank you
Let me
so
say
much.
another word about God's work of justice, because we are in a critical time where justice is so critical and so important. And sometimes we think that final justice comes from the government or from White House, but the final justice comes from God.
Yes.
The final judgment. And matter of fact, God hold those who are responsible for the justice. God hold them responsible to apply justice in the right way. And when they do not, then they ultimately, I don't care where they are, and that's what the scripture will be talking about tomorrow. No matter what kind of, whether they're king or whatever they are, they're going to be accountable. Got to be
Thank you,
accountable
Lord.
to the justice of God.
I know that's right. And Dr. Jones is not playing. You got to be held accountable. So, okay, couple things here, guys. As we close out the show today, one, I'm going to get my nails done. And what's the name of the shop again?
It is called Salon Gallery.
Salon. I love that.
And
Salon Gallery.
I am VIP Corporate Nails.
VIP Corporate Nails Suite A, 6711.
64.
64? No, 63.
63?
Is it 63? I think it's 6311. That's it is. Windsor Mill. It's 6311
That's
Windsor
it.
Mill. Because I'm going to be there. Either way, I'm going to give it to y'all again because I'm going to tell y'all who my new nail tech is. So
All
that's
right.
happening today.
Thank you.
And then at 6 p.m., I'm going to be at the gospel concert. I'm going to be at, is it New Antioch in Randallstown, Dr. Jones? That's the name of it?
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the concert. Erica J is giving her Thanksgiving harvest this year. It is not on Thanksgiving Day. It is today. Tickets are still available. Doors open at 5 p.m. Concert starts at 6 again. And I always say her name wrong. I've been saying Jakia Carr. It's Jacqueline Carr, right, Dr. Jones? It's Jacqueline Carr. It's the summer group. It's Eric Waddell. And let's be clear, it is John P. Key in the building. So I will be there today at this concert. I'm so excited. Erica J., kudos to you. Tickets are regular $30. VIP is only $40. And of course, y'all know I'm VIP, so it's going to be a lot of $40 VIPs in there. Address 5609 Old Court Road if you need any more details. And of course, shout out to Dr. Kenneth Barnley Sr., who is the pastor, for allowing Erica to use this facility and her amazing group. If you need more information, you can go on Instagram, Miss Erica, ERICKA, Miss Erica J. And tomorrow I'm going to be at the Gospel Day Party with my nails done with Erica J. because it's the Gospel Day Party. And I'm so excited. It's tomorrow. It's November 17th. And it's going to be time to party. And this is what we're going to be doing. And Erica is the one who was doing the gospel brunches at the Pendry. So y'all know it's going to be lit. It's at the Hamilton Sports Bar. November 17th from 4 to 8 p.m. Gospel Day Party. Gospel food. I don't know if that's maybe soul food. I don't know about gospel food, but gospel music and gospel people, and I don't know about anything else. So I'll be there. Dr. Jones, anything else before we close out?
I know a place.
And you better believe it, and I'll take you there after I get my nails done.